Okay, I'm Bob Frizzell for The Reality Game, and I want to give you an episode we're going to call Even Fuller Disclosure, because a lot of people are using the hashtag is full disclosure. So, even fuller disclosure is getting beyond all of this responses to mainstream media and responses to uh, alternative theories, responses to conspiracy theories, responses to tin hat theories, responses to I don't want to hear about it, responses to are you okay? Um, Even fuller disclosure. Okay, so I want to remind you quantum physics and the many worlds interpretation, which is the basis for the old TV shows Quantum Leap and Sliders. And that is there are infinite numbers of worlds, versions of planet Earth that you can travel to. And in the difference between them is everything's different. So you get to pick which version of Earth you want to experience. How does it work? It's power of intention. And if you don't really know, then say, um, let go of control. So instead of saying, I want this to be this way and I want that to be that way, you just keep letting go of control. In other words, how does it all happen? It just happens. It just happens. And why is it even fuller disclosure? Pretty much because a lot of people are hung up on this fact was reported to me, and either I like it, I hate it, or I'm indifferent to it. If you want change, then let go of control. Let go of controlling outcomes. And, well, the thing is that on planet Earth, how many people are letting go of control of outcomes? This is a spiritual teaching, letting go of control of outcomes. Where do you hear this kind of a teaching? It comes from Dr. David R. Hawkins, Consciousness Research, and that's actually the title of one of his books, Letting Go. I think it's also taught perhaps somewhere else. I'm not sure which other religion teaches it, but letting go of outcomes. In other words, you do what you do, and to the best of your ability, and then you let go. And if it doesn't turn out the way you thought it was, you did your best. So perhaps you might say, there was a story about so the story goes, whatever the story is. Okay, it's Bob Frizzell again, and I was going to tell you about letting go, and then I was having a brain fart, trying to remember the example that I wanted to do, And then I could remember what the example was, and it was, then my mouth wouldn't talk. So I'm sitting here, and I got the ideas rolling around my head, had to wait for them to come, and then my mouth didn't want to work. So what we were going to talk to you about with letting go was controlling outcomes. And we wanted to give you an example, and the example was the Chicago Black Sox. 8 Men Out was the movie, and it was a story of a long time ago. The Chicago White Sox were in the World Series, and it must have been involved with the mob, the mafia or something, and they threw the World Series. In other words, they lost on purpose. For money, I suppose, there were threats made against them, but they lost on purpose, and it all came out. So that's controlling an outcome. In other words, if you're in the World Series, you're supposed to play your very best that you can to win. And they didn't play their very best. They played badly on purpose to lose. So that's called controlling an outcome. That's just an example. I can't remember what else I wanted to talk to you about. We were talking to you about all of this stuff.